Increased prices for sheet metal. METINVEST dictates market conditions. Anti-dumping investigation on the import of cold-rolled steel is completed in Egypt. China prepared a response to the USA decision and imposed duties of up to 25%. Watch more about this in the weekly review of MetalNews. The program is supported by the Techenergoprom Group. On March 27, METINVEST raised the flat iron prices from 185 to 255 hryvnias per ton. The change in prices is due to the growth of export quotations of slabs and hot-rolled coils. Russian suppliers also intend to raise prices for the April rolled metal. Some companies have already begun to react to the fact that METINVEST has raised prices. These companies increased quotations by 50 to 150 hryvnias per ton. Individual traders did not support the growth. Sales of hot-rolled sheet 2 to 14 mm were sold by 21,300 to 21,800 hryvnias per ton with VAT. Cold-rolled sheet 1.5 to 2 mm at 23,915 to 24,335 hryvnias per ton. Low demand at the end of March restrained prices growth in the secondary market. Next week, the market is expected to become more active, and accordingly, the growth of prices for the sheet. On the flat-rolled products market of Almaty is in high competition, which hampers the growth of warehouse quotations. Hot-rolled sheet 5 to 12 mm is available to consumers at 228,000 tenge per ton. Cold-rolled sheet 1 to 2 mm at 247,000 tenge per ton. Low rates of increase in demand do not contribute to higher retail prices. Nizhny Metallurgical Combine plans to increase the volume of slab exports in April after completion of the repair. Also expected to decrease the shipment of the square. The company plans to ship 31% more slabs in April than in March, which is about 92,000 tons. Export of square billet will be reduced by 36% to 11,000 tons. For January to March, Nizhny Metallurgical Combine, according to preliminary data, shipped about 223,000 tons of slabs. In the Russian Federation, 5,000 tons, for export 218,000 tons. Some suppliers of long products from the CIS reduced prices. In MENA countries, buyers expect more significant discounts. Demand in Europe fell against the background of Easter holidays. The prices of the Albinsk electrometallurgical plant were at the lower end of the range. The prices of ArcelorMittal Kryvyi Rih for wire rod with shipping in May to June are $625 to $635 per ton FOB, given the limited supply. Turkey is going to achieve exemption from payment of import duties in the United States. The USA authorities officially launched a decision on Article 232 last week. This decision involves the imposition of additional import duties on steel and aluminium in the amount of 25% and 10%. The EU, as well as Canada, Mexico, Brazil, Argentina, Australia and North Korea were exempt from restrictions. Given the high volume of steel exports to the USA, it is important for Turkey to avoid paying duties. Turkey is a part of the European Customs Union and it can be excluded from the effect of duties. This is in the opinion of the representatives of the Turkish Steel Exporters Association. In 2017, Turkey sold 2.2 million tons. More than 50% of this volume was for long products, 36% for sheet materials, and the share of pipes was about 11%. The largest in the country producer for long products, Ichidashi, has lowered prices for its positions according to the level of demand in the market. Ichidashi rebars for local buyers have fallen in price by $26 to $27 per ton from the middle of March and are currently available at $580 to $580 per ton CFR Marmara. Other Turkish suppliers offer rebars in the range of $578 to $589 per ton EXW. Export prices for rebars from Turkey also decreased, so the plants began to offer their May production at $575 to $580 per ton FOB. Individual suppliers hold prices at around $585 per ton FOB. The European Steelworkers Association (EUROFA) welcomes the conduct of a special investigation initiated by the European Commission, but at the same time insists on the need to consider the case in an accelerated manner. The purpose of the investigation is to prevent the growth of imports into the EU in the light of the recent case under Article 232. As the Commission determines that additional trade measures are necessary, final conclusions will be drawn no later than 9 months after the commencement of the investigation. Europe received a temporary exemption from duties under Article 232, lies in the redirection of trade flows from the United States. The agreement between the United States and South Korea to limit the export of Korean steel to 2.7 million tons, an average of about 70% of Korean production, could lead to the remaining 30% going to Europe. Since 2014, the volume of export from South Korea to the EU has more than doubled and exceeded 3.1 million tons. In these circumstances, material prices in Europe can be significantly reduced. Buyers fear that Trump's decree will have negative impact on prices in Europe and refrain from buying. The anti-dumping investigation has been completed towards the import of cold-rolled coils from China, Russia and Belgium. The Egyptian Ministry of Trade and Industry has established dumping facts in the supply of cold-rolled coils from these countries that have damaged the representatives of the domestic steel sector. The government will announce results in the near future, which may threaten the shipment of material from China, Russia and Belgium. Anti-dumping duties will be imposed on the import of cold-rolled steel, 10–17% depending on the supplier. The government's task is to support the domestic producer, primarily the largest enterprise, Kendal Steel. China prepared a response to the US decision and imposed duties of up to 25% on 128 items of American products. Steel was not included in this list, but aluminium scrap was included in the list. Tariffs came into force on April 2 as part of the campaign to limit the import of American products worth about $3 billion. The escalation of the trade conflict, in the opinion of analysts, can affect the quotations of steel and raw materials. You are watching MetalNews review for the week. Indicative prices for the reporting week look like this. You have watched the weekly review of MetalNews. Your subscription to the channel and clicking on the bell will allow you to be aware of the main events of the total metal market every week.